After leaving Descend on Bend, the AQI was well over 200 in the area, so we knew we were going to be heading to the coast. But before heading out of the Bend area, I searched state parks near us, just to see if there was anything we could hit on the way out, and Smith Rock State Park was just 30 minutes out of the way. We're so glad we made the stop. It was pretty incredible. Followed by a quick pit stop for tacos at a local joint that plenty of people recommended, and some minor bus repairs. And Sancho, what are you barking at? So we just grabbed lunch, some okay, decent street tacos, nothing special. I'm not being mean, they weren't that great. But Miles is gonna try to potentially hammer out this side bamboo. So our bamboo makes like weird squeaking sounds every once in a while. Sometimes it won't, sometimes it will. But like when we're driving for a long period of time, usually it starts to act up. So he's gonna try to hammer it down. So we'll see if that is good. And then in a search for better air quality, we were off to Florence. National Forest Service roads can get pretty risky, so we do rely pretty heavily on accurate reviews left by other travelers on apps that we use to find boondocking spots. In this case, iOverlander. But sometimes to find good spots, you just have to keep driving to see what's around the next corner. So how are we gonna turn around?
I don't know.
Yeah, no way. But this RV guy made, oh, well he has a truck though. Nope. Ooh. Oh my God. I don't think we are either. But you're already too far. You can't stop in a thing like this and start going reverse. Oh my God. Who cares? Oh my God. I can't believe. Oh, Jesus. Well, folks. Just a little. We just drove through some crazy-ish to get here on the Oregon coast. And we did make it, but we don't have any service. The review on iOverlander said they did. And I have a call first thing in the morning. Lucky me. So we're gonna have to scope out another spot because I just got sand in my shoe. But yeah, we made it. We're walking up to the beach quick, and then we're gonna head back onto that crazy road that we just barely made it through. 3. No, I have 0. I have Verizon. I'm not allowed to have service. None. Yeah. To get the most coverage, Miles and I split our plans. So he has AT&T and I have Verizon. Usually one of us has service, but usually that one person is Miles. Literally everywhere in the bus, and we're coming back because the spot didn't work out, and Miles just found our chair in the dirt. Dry. It was ours?
Yeah.
Did you re-secure it? No. Okay. But we did make it to a spot that finally had service, and so did Tim, a friend we made at Descend on Bend who came to Caravan with us for the week. So after my meeting that morning, we did some exploring, and it turns out we probably should have brought along our bear spray. Whoa, bear!
Neighbor.
Miles helped take a look at Tim's bus that was unfortunately having a small oil leak issue. And then we were off to explore the coast and potentially find a spot to boondock with a view of the ocean. Finding a good boondocking spot with scenic views and enough service to actually work on is not an easy task, and we spent well over 2 hours before finding some options to go check out. And along the way, we even got to stop and enjoy a magnificent sunset from the dunes. That was so elegant. Look at you. So we are kind of caravanning with our friend Tim right now, who we met at Descend on Bend, and he's getting like such a first-hand look at the struggles. We ate lunch / like dinner at 3 o'clock and then came to the buses and started looking for a place to go for tonight. We really wanted something that was like scenic. We were in the woods last night, but you know, we wanted to be like on the ocean now that we're on the coast, something with a view, and obviously that's not very easy to find. So we spent about 4 hours looking for a spot. We did get to go onto some sand dunes and catch the sunset at the beach, which was beautiful, but here we are at our wonderful spot for the night, right off of the side of 101. It'll be okay though. They can't all be winners. Did the road noise bother you?
No, did it bother you?
Nope. Didn't hear a thing.
No, neither.
It's good luck if your doorknob gets shit on, right? So after a somewhat uneventful night, we decided we were going to make the day count by crossing something off of our bucket list that we've wanted to do for a while. ATVing in the sand dunes.
What if we accidentally jump? Never done this before.
We've never been out there. Yeah, I'm not.
We don't know what the
if
terrain's like. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen?
It's not gonna. She's telling you with her eyes right now. It's not gonna happen.
Don't do it. Ride 5 miles an hour then.
No, I mean you can go fast out.
Is there like trails out and stuff? Okay, so there's
yeah.
like. Okay, cool.
It's called so the trail out to the beach. You literally go up and it's called. I call them the loopy loops because you literally go up and down.
Loopy-doos.
But they call them the warp trail out there. I just call them the loopy loops because the fact that it reminds me of constantly bouncing. So it's just
Bouncing but no jumping.
yeah. Technically.
Y'all are bad.
And 4 deaths.
4 deaths?
Okay,
Deaths?
well now.
You had 4 deaths.
Not here. I was.
Like on the coast?
It was out on
Separate deaths, or was this one vehicle?
It was.
4 separate deaths.
That's
But
what,
people like right now, they're gonna be.
a lot of those crazies are not there.
Okay.
It's
So what are the chances that we're gonna die? Like 10%? 20%?
I thought you said 9. I was like,
I said
9%.
Adrenaline
I
going.
said 9. Like, I'm not that mean, you know what I mean? No.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is your ATV permits. Keep that on you.
All right, we just filled out all of our paperwork, and now Tim's changing into some pants, and Miles is putting his hat away because we're gonna wear helmets and goggles and stuff. So, and then we have to go watch a 15-minute educational video, I guess, about just like safety tips, I'm sure. And then we'll be hitting the dunes. We're gonna try to take you guys with us. We might come back for the drone, but I've never even been on an ATV, so to try to drive the ATV and record might be complicated, but I'm gonna try.
You can be cited and or arrested for this offense. Use of marijuana or alcohol when operating the rentals is strictly prohibited. If we suspect you are under the influence of either one.
For the front of that, bank to the left. You'll see the trail continuing to the trees there. Just follow that and there you'll be all good. Once you get to that spot, kind of stop and look behind you. Take a mental note of what the area looks like, because going out looks vastly different than coming back in.
And after a quick driving test to prove that we could in fact drive the ATVs, we were ready to hit the dunes. It's pretty intimidating. The sand dunes are a lot larger than they seem. But once you get the hang of it, it really is a lot of fun. And if you've never been, just know that you will get stuck. And although during the test they tell you you can just easily pick the back end of the ATV up, they're a lot heavier than they seem. I have no idea where I am or where Tim or Miles are. This map is useless. Everything looks the same. Just a minor scare, but I was able to find my way back. So after an amazing time on the sand dunes, we set off to catch another sunset on the beautiful coast. You're beautiful. We enjoyed an amazing meal at a local pub in Coos Bay, and then we set out to find a boondocking spot for the night. Hey, go on. Morning snuggles for the win. So, Coos Bay doesn't have a whole lot of parking. So we ended up at this spot. Not really sure what it is.
It's just a gravel lot, dude.
It's just a huge gravel lot, apparently. But there's people like set up here. They have their slides out. They have their trailers dropped. But we pulled in pretty late last night after grabbing dinner in Coos Bay, and no one said anything to us. Oh. And that's our bus not starting, so yeah. Thankfully, it was a false alarm. And then we were off to do more exploring. We experienced our first ever sea lion sighting, even though we did have to use binoculars because they were pretty far away. The coast is just truly spectacular. So we stopped and enjoyed it for a bit, and then we were off to fill up water and take care of a few things before our next night boondocking. So we just drove all the way to this dump site in Reedsport, and we've come across something new. Usually the hole goes straight into the ground. We don't have a pipe because we just have a cassette toilet, so we can't exactly use it. So we drove here for no reason. Well, no, not no reason. We got water, but now we gotta find somewhere else to dump. When you're traveling in a bus, everything takes longer. But even when you're in a crunch for time, how do you not pull over to watch grazing elk? We've really had to learn to be okay with the we'll get there when we get there mentality. We had a really good day. We're still caravanning with Tim. And today we actually did something different because we've been really getting to spots pretty late. And today I looked at a few different state parks in the area. We needed to dump and we needed water. So I was looking for that reason, because usually you can use dump stations at the state park without actually having to stay at a state park. And sometimes they'll have first come, first serve, so FSFS, or they'll have W, which is like walk-up site. You can just show up, and if they're available, you can go to them. And we were able to find a 60-foot site that allowed both of us to park in the same spot for the night. So we could use the water and shower. I got showered. Dump our toilet and kind of recoup before tomorrow. I was concerned because most of the time state parks don't have good internet signal, and that is the case. And I have a meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. So I'm just gonna call. We're not gonna leave here. I mean, we drove like 30 minutes out of our way to come and check it out. So we got here. I was talking to Miles about it not being the end of the world that I don't have service. We'll just drive into town tomorrow morning and I'll just call in using my cell phone for my call and whatever. So I get out of the bus and I open the door and I didn't think to look down, and there was like a step like this raised as like the spot from the ground. And I rolled my ankle really bad. So I went flying onto the ground, obviously in a lot of pain. Now I'm just icing it. I'm hoping tonight it'll just get better. I'm gonna put ice on it and then heat it, ice, heat, and we'll see if it just hopefully isn't anything major. It's not super swollen, so I'm hoping it wasn't anything too bad. But then after I rolled my ankle, we were gonna hook up the water so we could take showers. So I got everything, I'll show you. Got everything pulled out of the bathroom, got naked, got in the shower. Mind you, it's cold outside. It's cold in the bus. And usually we have to I'll turn it on and Miles will adjust the settings because the temperature of the water varies. So pretty much every time to get the right temp, you have to adjust the temperature on the water heater. And it wasn't working. So Miles tried a million different things. He had me turn it on, turn it off. I'm in there just naked, freezing. My toes are frozen solid. My ankle hurts. It was just one of those moments this is bus life. We got to see sea lions today. We got to do all this amazing stuff, and we found this awesome campground, and then, shit just happens. Luckily, he did figure out the propane issue. It was just being finicky for some reason. So after 20 minutes of freezing my ass off and standing on my ankle that is not good to be standing on, in the freezing cold, I gave up. I put my clothes back on, and then he fixed it. So I did end up getting a hot shower. But, sometimes it's everything can just change in a second. You could be having the time of your life and be seeing this incredible stuff, and then literally a split second later, you're struggling, and you're like, damn, okay, this is what we're doing. I'm struggling to get a hot shower. I'm freezing. Things aren't working. Our LED lights randomly stopped working. He had to Miles had to reconnect them. But just little stuff like that. At the end of a long day, all you want to do is, take a nice hot shower and relax. And sometimes it's just not that easy with bus life. It's Monday morning, and my foot is pretty swollen, if I'm being honest. I'm hoping it's not that bad and it won't take too long to heal. I can put some weight on it, but I'm told that I've never had a sprained ankle. I'm told that you're really not supposed to do that, which is going to be a struggle for me because I'm constantly running around doing stuff. But I'm sure Miles will help me, and it's just going to have to be probably a week or so of, I'm hoping no more than that, of recovery. I not being 100%, but you know, stuff happens. So. Luckily, my ankle wasn't that bad. It definitely started feeling better, and we were able to head into town, and I got all of my work done. And after a long Monday, we were able to grab dinner and drinks at a local bar and shoot some pool before heading to our next spot. We finally found that spot with a scenic view that we were looking for. What? No, don't. Yesterday we actually slept at this spot, and we came back after some exploring yesterday. We went and grabbed dinner in town, but I mean, it's really such a pretty spot. And Tim and Miles went to go get coffee without me yesterday because I was prepared and brought my own coffee. So I had already drank it by the time they woke up and decided that they were going to start their day. And Miles and Tim both said that this is some of the best coffee that they've had in their life. So we're obviously going back today. And I'm so excited to see what they think is good coffee. Because, like, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what you think is a good coffee. It was definitely better coffee than we'd been having, but it wasn't the best. And after skipping out on laundry day since Descend, we did some much needed house cleaning, and Miles got an overdue haircut before heading off. We really wanted to go to Umpqua Springs and Crater Lake, but the fires were so bad in that area that we ended up heading for Terwilliger Springs. And with an hour of driving on a dirt road, it got pretty dusty. The springs were absolutely beautiful, and just what we needed. And then we were off, back to Springfield, which is just outside of Eugene.
Couple of days.
We're back! We're back at Brooks. Tim, who we've been caravanning with, has been having issues. He's got a slow oil leak, and it like seems to get worse when when it's under a lot of pressure, high pressure. It causes it to like spray. So he called a bunch of diesel mechanics in the area, and we told him like same exact boat that we were in. He was dealing with, calling every mechanic. Luckily his is drivable, so it hasn't been like an immediate thing, but you also don't want to be stuck waiting for a mechanic for 3 weeks to a month. So we gave him Brooks' number and we escorted him here, and of course Brooks is going to look at it today. It looks like they actually already found out what was wrong. We'll have to see, but I'm glad that they're able to help him. After traveling with someone for a week, you kind of become a little family, so we were sad to say goodbye. So we're pulling out of our spot at the TA truck stop. We just left our buddy Tim, who we've been caravanning with for the last week and a half, which is always sad. But we'll be seeing him again probably soon in California or South. And in more exciting news, us Floridians haven't seen rain in way too long. It was getting weird. And now it rained last night a little bit. There's like puddles around our bus and stuff. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so good for wildfires, good for animal life, good for us. We're happy about it. And now we head south.